People forget that that was the reason he was being talked down upon, and they wasn't trying to recognize them 3 rings because Jordan was there and it was defending Jordan at that time. If you actually ever do your research, you will realize the same people that hates LeBron today and don't like him, that media, they didn't like Kobe either. That's why if you listen to any real hooper, they're going to always say, if you don't have Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan as 1, 2, and 3, don't even start the conversation. I could have had all the gear on. I got so much gear I can't put it all on.
Yeah, I already know. Respect the Mamba, but always a great time to talk about Kobe. Gil, people have been hating on you lately, saying that you've been disrespecting Kobe. Again, just to repeat for everybody, you were presenting the media narrative and how the media portrays Kobe, not your personal opinions. I know he's your favorite player all time since the 97 dunk contest with the
Yeah. Third dunk, baby. What's up?
But just want to ask you to kick this thing off first and foremost. Just what has Kobe meant to you on a personal level, as a hooper, as a man, and all things in between?
You know that old saying, "Don't ever meet your heroes because they're going to fail you." Cap. Right? You know what I mean? I am that generation of. I'm in high school. 10th grade, 11th grade, when Kobe entered the NBA draft, right? So a high school kid is in LA. So when you're talking, even though Shaq came, you're talking about Shaq came the biggest name, but when it came to kids, high school kids, middle school kids, the Kobe Bryant. Then he took, Brandy to the prom and stuff like that. So he was like everything we wanted to be. Kobe Bryant is the American hero. Like if we're gonna label our heroes, Kobe is the American hero. When you're talking about what America stands for, it is Kobe, right? He didn't come into the NBA with a golden spoon.
No.
Right? He came into the NBA coming off the bench, working his way up, becoming a star, right? Getting everything taken away from him, still fighting through it, right? Being crucified at that moment of time about the decisions he was making. And then America called on him to save us from the rest of the world during the Olympics in 08 because we was failing as a group, that we need the Mamba. And he delivered, erased everything, and became that superhero again. So when you're talking about every movie we love, every super action hero that we fall in love with is that. You go to the top, you fall, they think they leave you for dead, and you come back to the top. And that's why I say when people talk about Kobe, you have to talk about it in how it's supposed to be versus oversaturating the story of him to try to make him seem like this hero from the start. No, he was a regular man in our eyes.
Yeah.
Coming off the bench, sitting on the bench, like he is the definition of all hoopers. So when you're talking about, I want to be the next LeBron, no, you want to be the next Kobe.
No.
He sat on the bench for 2 years. And this is where he is ranked in basketball players' minds, number 2, the greatest of all time. So look at his start. We all can start like that. We all can take this road. All of us can't come into the league averaging 20, being 6'10", 6'9". We can't all be Michael Jordan averaging 28, third leading scorer in the NBA that year. Like, that's not what we can do. We can be benched, grind, work our ass off, understand the process, right? Fight through mental toughness. When the world is against you, still fight, take names, kick ass. That's the American hero. When we talk about his name and you talk about, you called him a sidekick. No, they did call him that. And who cares if he started there? We know what he finished like.
But I think a lot of things people need to consider. We both grew up in Los Angeles, right? You know all the temptation that LA has to offer. LA is cracking, right? And especially in those times, mid-90s, 2000s, 17-year-old kid coming out of Lower Merion, having to come to LA. You know that you talk about Knicks and Lakers, in my opinion, pressure, right? That's the 2 biggest teams. Miami is Miami for different, it's, a lot more cheek and bikinis out of Miami than in LA. LA obviously very big. Miami kind of centralized in that South Beach area. But 17 years old, coming to the Los Angeles Lakers, arguably the most storied franchise in sports, and delivering. You talk about that rookie season, airballing in the playoffs.
Yep.
The narrative,
Yep.
The narrative that was on him at that particular point, because we lived here, was
Mhm.
like, oh, he's not really like that. Oh,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, he think he the next MJ. He out here airballing in the playoffs, you know, getting the team eliminated from the playoffs.
Like they was really like people don't like that. If you're outside of it and you're not in LA, you don't know what the media was writing then. Like you don't know what and I think what ended up happening is after he won his third championship and Jordan came back into the NBA, because Jordan is damn near everybody's favorite. When that Kobe slander was going on, everybody looked the other way because it was MJ, and people forget that was the reason he was being talked down upon, and they wasn't trying to recognize them 3 rings because Jordan was there and they was defending Jordan at that time. So if you actually ever do your research, you will realize the same people that hates LeBron today and don't like him, that same media, if you go back in history, they didn't like Kobe either.
No.
Because they are Jordan fans. No. They are Jordan. That's Jordan's media.
No. And so, like you said, whether you want to say 1A, 1B, what he was doing at that young age, Fro Kobe, he was out there. I mean, come on now.
You had to be a basketball player to really understand why NBA player. Because listen, you can use all your stats all you want, right? All the stats. Oh yeah, you got 20%, 30%. You can use that on every player, unless you in the lion's cage with that lion. You don't know how dangerous it is. There's no player that can say they walked in that lion's den and it was comfortable for them. See, the media, they on the outside. Oh, look at the percentage. Oh, shooting 20%. Oh, hey, go try to feed it. There, see, try to feed that. Don't tell us who's who. And that's why if you listen to any real hooper, they're gonna always say, if you don't have Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan as 1, 2, and 3, don't even start the conversation with me. That's our era, right? I'm pretty sure you go back 60s and the 70s, they got the 3 that they like and so on and so on. But, you know, when it comes to media and players, media is going to have them where they have them. Players are going to have them where they have them. And the players ones is always going to be consistent, 2 or 3. There's no 4 or 5 or 6, 2 or 3 off the rip. Usually the younger ones like 30, I don't know, 34 and under, 34 to 20 something. They have probably LeBron 2, Kobe 3, anywhere from 40, 46, 47 till about 35. You're gonna have Kobe 2.
Yeah, and girls, you know, I'm a LeBron fan. I always want to preface that in all these conversations. I don't hide it. I don't shy away from it. But LeBron fans, Kobe fans, used to be on each other's heads. Back in those days, very nasty, very toxic, a lot of negativity and nastiness between both. But for me, I grew up in Los Angeles. My dad played for the Clippers, so I was forced to be a Clippers fan. It wasn't my choice. Donald Sterling era was very easy to break off. But once Bron came to the Lakers, it was an understanding. A lot of Kobe fans kind of had this negative connotation around Bron when he came to the Lakers. But Bron fans, by and large, and then look, there's psychopaths on both sides. But
yeah, that's a good fan.
Respect the Lakers, right? Respect the Lakers, respect your tradition, respect what Kobe meant 20 seasons there, everything he meant for that franchise. And we're trying to build off of it. And you watch that Redeem Team doc, and you see how much Kobe and Bron rock with each other, right? And that's something I don't think a lot of people understand. Like, you know, they both were at their peak, you know, two of the greatest players ever, different human beings in their approach, their style, and all that stuff. But you sit them down in a room together, and they can relate to each other because they know that they both put the work in, and they both have done what is necessary to be in that conversation.
And that's why I say most of these Kobe fans, these new ones, if they actually knew Kobe and understood Kobe, you wouldn't be fighting with a LeBron fan because y'all they had to go through the same teardown.
Yep.
People don't realize when they said, hey, Kobe, build your team around you, his first draft pick was the second year LeBron James. They said, all right, give me your starting 5. He said, LeBron at the 1. he said LeBron at the 1. He said Dwayne Wade at the 2, me at the 3, and then so you can see where his mind is because he's seen the gifts and he realized that kid is special. He's so unselfish that I get to do what I do and I can rock with the guy. That's when it was the Olympics, it was him and Bron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the fact that those are the two entity fan bases that's fighting now, like, yo, y'all both fighting over the same person. It's number 23. It's 23's greatness that's stopping everybody.
Yeah.
Y'all should team up. Y'all should
We
team
should.
up.
We should.
Yeah,
Enough.
focus on the 23 takedown, which is don't do that.
And beat the old head up. Let's go. Let's team up. Let's jump the old head. But no, that redeem team, Doc.
It was fun playing in that, like watching like a real rock star, right? When you're talking about professionalism, interviews, right? Like I remember when he scored 81, his interview was like, yeah, you know, kind of twisting my ankle a little bit. I didn't know if I was going to play today. I didn't know if I was going to play today. Like the downplay on 81 was just crazy. Yeah, I was a little sore. Wasn't thinking I was going to play today. You know, had to watch a little movie with my daughter. Like it was just so like only Kobe fashion. Only Kobe fashion.
So, a question for you: talk about being in the Lions Den with Kobe. At what point do you feel like, as a player, you actually earned Kobe's respect when you were in the league?
And that's where we connected. And when I said I met my hero, he embraced me. He embraced the work ethic because I showed up to the gym to watch him. Never missed a day. I'm there watching, learning, understanding. So he sees me every single time we played in the gym, just like him, watching respectfully. Then he can see my improvement, right? And when you're talking about just an assassin-like mindset, he only respects that mindset. So he don't want to see you back down from a challenge, right? It's all mental. So if you're not mentally ready for the war, he don't respect you. So think about Paul Gasol, his best friend. The world thinks Paul Gasol is soft.
No, he's a Euro, Spaniard,
But that's what I'm saying.
No
but that's who Kobe rocked with. So that means he was mentally tough. He passed all of Kobe's mental toughness stuff that probably everybody else felt that he didn't respect. So when it came to understanding that, like if you see like there was games or all-star games where me and him are sitting next to each other because he didn't want to sit next to anybody else. Even doing all-star signing, we were next to each other for the 3 years because we all on the same mind. Same mindset. Yeah, I'm going for the MVP, even though I'm sitting on the bench. Yeah. Right? And it's all-star game. And niggas not playing.
Yeah, you are not getting the rock like that, sir. You are not.
What's your favorite game? And this is why I say, when people say, what's your favorite game? Everyone thinks it's the 60-point game. That's not that's not the game. The 39 is, when it comes to mental warfare, it's the 39 game. The second game against Kobe. Because he said, when I come to DC, I'm shutting you down. So now I know he's coming here to do one thing. It has nothing to do with winning. He's coming here to show the world that I was a fluke, that was a fluke, and I won't get that off. So I told the team, hey, man, listen, I know y'all can have tomorrow. Tonight's game, this is about me showing him, I know you're here to stop me, and I'm going to fight to the death. And that's what that was. So me scoring 39, taking 29 shots, that was the point. I'm not backing down from this fight. Shook hands after, good shit. See you next year.